little touristy, like, ooh, ah, yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today we are at the Magic Kingdom and we have lunch reservations at Be Our Guest. So we are going to continue with our restaurant review series, which we humbly call In Our Professional Opinion. So if you want to find out if eating at Be Our Guest is worth your time and your money, then stick around and find out what we think about it. So let's go.
Alright, so hopefully we can get in before it starts raining, but if you guys notice, the Beast Castle is behind Scrim. Disney is doing a lot of updating and a lot of refreshing as they prepare for their 50th anniversary celebration. So hopefully we can check in before the clouds kind of give way, because that looks like a big old rain cloud. Alright honey, you ready for lunch?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's grab our masks and we'll jump in.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright guys, like I said, we are here instead of Be Our Guest. We're super excited for lunch. We haven't been here in probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. So it's gonna be good. We're excited. It is now a Prix Fixe menu, so we'll check that out and we'll take you guys along with us. So let's look at some of the decor here in the Beast Castle. You guys know I am a sucker for all things theming, and I am loving how, oh no, the light bulb's out. But I'm loving just how intricate this has been. If you guys can see, there's a bust of the Beast right there. Was it a bust if it's technically on the wall? I don't know. Is it a bust if it's on the wall, honey?
I don't know. I wasn't an architecture major.
And of course, the iconic rose with Belle and the Beast, which is pretty neat. So there. I love that chandelier. I don't think Lewis would let me put that in the house, but I think that's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. You can see some of the, what do you call these things? What are these things called again? Suits of armor. And they actually talk. So, can you hear them?
You're sleeping on duty.
Oh no, because that guy over there is snoring.
You must stay awake.
Stay awake!
On guard.
Well, so this guy is telling this guy over here to stay awake because he was snoring.
Alright guys, a little trivia for you. There's a hidden Mickey on this axe.
Alright guys, so here is the main dining room at Be Our Guest. You see those beautiful chandeliers, you see some wonderful theming, and you can see even in the background, it is snowing. So this is meant to be, you know, winter time in provincial France. So pretty cool. Maybe we can get an up-close personal view of that here in a second. Alright guys, so we are in the Grand Ballroom, and this is so cool. So we're going to talk to you guys about the Grand Ballroom in a second, but we have the beer and wine list, so that's something you guys are interested in. And then also scan this QR code for the lunch options in English, and then on this side for Spanish, French, and Portuguese.
The thing is, the menu is, you know, again, it's not extensive, but it does look amazing.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that we're both probably going to want the filet mignon, because it's one price whether you get the filet mignon or you get the chicken.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, for the sake of this channel, we should split it up.
I'll get the chicken.
Well, I'm saying we can rock, paper, scissors for it.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it? Alright.
If I lose, I think I'll probably get the pork tenderloin.
Alright, so we're gonna rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, so, you know, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Right?
Yeah.
Go on, shoot.
Alright, ready?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I get the play.
I get a bite of it.
Okay. So you're gonna get the pork tenderloin, which I figured you would want that anyway.
Look, I don't eat a whole lot of steak,
yeah,
but I do love a good filet mignon.
Okay, honey, then get the filet. I'll get the chicken, and I'll be happy with that.
That's alright. We'll switch it up. I know you love steak. No big deal. So I think we each get an appetizer.
Correct. So
I'm going to go with the lobster bisque.
Really? Alright, that's a strong choice. Alright, cool.
I'm a strong man.
You are.
Alright guys, and so the lady who sat us, the hostess who sat us did point this out.
She was awesome.
Terry, she was awesome. She said that this is perhaps the only hidden Minnie in the entire park. At least that she's aware of.
And the entire resort.
The entire resort, yeah. So you can kind of see it there. She's got a little bow. She also mentioned that the cherubs all around are actually the Imagineers' children. So they had to pick somebody to be the model, and they chose their own children. So they'll live on there for as long as they keep the ceiling. So pretty awesome.
Alright guys, so a bit of wayfinding here. So behind us is the entrance, and then as you pan to the right, you see the wonderful, beautiful chandeliers, and I would love one of those chandeliers in the house, but I don't think our house is quite tall enough to support something that big. Could you imagine?
That would be sitting on the dining room table.
It would be.
We got tall ceilings, but not that
Not
tall.
quite that tall, But then
Oh,
back,
this one?
I know,
Yeah,
the middle one.
Yeah, you'd have to like lay on your belly to eat dinner under that one.
But just on the other side, where you guys see that kind of like that entryway, that is the West Wing. That is where, that's the Beast's, it's no longer forbidden, so we're able to go in there. Maybe we'll check that out a little bit later. Then as we pan closer to the right, you guys can see the falling snow back here, which is wonderful. You kind of can see the mountains through there, so hopefully we'll be able to get a sneak peek, not a sneak peek, but hopefully we'll be able to get closer to that. And then to the right here is Belle's library, and I think Terry said the study. Is that the name of the room?
I could barely hear because she was talking to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You've got the camera, I was kind of listening.
But yeah, so we're going to check all those areas out, but I'm excited about lunch. I do think it would be pretty cool if you could sit up on the second level, but I know that's like a faux balcony, so I know that's like probably not starting. So but that would be cool if we could sit up there on the second level. Alright guys, so there's Lewis's lobster biscuit soup. That looks really good, but too bad I don't like lobster, so I'll have to let you guys hear it from him firsthand. But then I got the artisanal cheese plate, so things like a charcuterie board. I don't know what all the things are, but we're gonna test it and find out. I know that's the blue cheese. That's probably like a Gruyere maybe, and that might be a brie. So there's some jam and then some meat, and I think that might be like pate maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on what this one is, but that's the one I always know.
Prosciutto?
Huh? Prosciutto, yes.
Prosciutto? Yeah, it's probably prosciutto. Okay. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and dig into your lobster bisque.
Bon appetit. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Definitely got a little bit of lobster, kind of like a tomato-y.
That's what a bisque is. It's tomato based. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't. I thought it was chowder. Oh well.
It's when you said you're ordering it, I was a little surprised. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you disappointed?
No.
Because you don't like tomatoes. Like, that's like a thing.
Yeah, but I try. I mean, at least it's not like as bad as like a regular, like a raw tomato.
Yeah. Alright, but listen, you can't ding them for this because you ordered the wrong thing.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Alright, I would eat it, but I don't like lobster, so sorry.
Alright guys, and at this point the microphone on our camera stopped working, so we're going to have to do some more voiceovers, but here you can see the Beast is greeting all of his guests, walking around waving to everybody, so that was really fun. Still got character dining here and Be Our Guest. And then our lunch hit the table. Alright, and here's my pork tenderloin. It does look really good. It's got a really good presentation to it. Lots of vegetables. Although I found the tenderloin itself to be rather small. It is just a few small pieces. And interestingly enough, it's served with pork rinds. The pork rinds do have tahini on them, so it's a very interesting flavor. Really pops in the mouth when you bite into it. I wasn't really expecting that. And the vegetables are all very rooty, very earthy type of vegetables. So not the typical type of broccoli or such that I was looking for. And here is Christine's steak. It does look amazing, and it does taste amazing. She does give me a bite of it later on. Alright, so trying the first bite of my tenderloin. It is extremely tender, hence the name. And I do have to tell you, it is very good, but I was just really disappointed in how small the portions were. I only got 3 tiny pieces of tenderloin here, and one of them actually ended up being almost entirely fat, so I was really disappointed in that. Also disappointed in the vegetables. I don't think were very good. They're not the type of vegetables I normally do like. These were more like carrots and roots and things like that.
Alright guys, here's my filet. My filet was really tender. I could use a butter knife to cut it. The mashed potatoes were really good, and those 3 dots on the sides are almost like a garlic horseradish. That was pretty refreshing, so I really enjoyed it. Alright, Lewis is being a total trooper. He's powering through. My steak is still really good, but I will say it is about 15 to 3 o'clock, and it's definitely a lot quieter in here. So pro tip, I would look for reservations that are either in between the lunch and dinner hours, maybe like 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because it's definitely quieter in here than when we first got here. Don't you agree?
Yep. Yeah, have an easier time getting a reservation, I would imagine, too.
Yeah, maybe. Alright guys, so here we have desserts from right to left. We have the chocolate hazelnut truffle. We have a chip, chocolate chip with berry stuff, obviously, and then a raspberry macaron. So is it macaron or macaron? I think it's macaron.
You always tell me it's macaron.
Yeah. Alright, so macaron, whatever you think it is.
Yeah, I do know that this is dark chocolate truffle.
Yes.
And that is the chip cup is made of white chocolate.
Yes. Yep. And then it has the gray stuff in it, and then I think we're both gonna like the macaron. Macaroon, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I think I'm most excited about the gray stuff.
I know you liked the gray stuff cupcake many moons ago when that was an option here.
Yeah, and we did see too also if you this is the adult portion.
Yes.
If you're a child, they do bring you out one where with a paintbrush. Where you
Yep. All right, so let's dig in, honey. What are you gonna have first?
Start with the truffle with the macaron. This is really good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. All right, and we lost audio again at this point, but the macaron was extremely delicious. It reminded me of the paint can that we get at the Backlot Express over in Hollywood Studios. It was raspberry flavored, so it was very tasty. Next up, we tried the truffle. It was very bitter, extremely dark chocolate. It was crunchy on the outside and had chocolate mousse, dark chocolate mousse on the inside. So it was good, but definitely darker and a bit more bitter than I like my truffles typically. Alright guys, and then finally we got to the gray stuff. This is the moment that we are all been waiting for. This is the reason why we went to be our guest in the first place. To try the world famous gray stuff. It is delicious. Just as we anticipated, so really enjoyed that. Although when it comes down to ordering the rankings of the 3 desserts, I do have to say I think the macaron was my favorite and the gray stuff was a close second. I didn't, however, like the truffle because of how dark it was.
Alright guys, so my initial thoughts here of dessert. Like Louis said, the macaron is really good, very light and bright, which I found that to be pretty, like literally the exact opposite of the truffle. Now, the mousse inside the truffle is also dark, so it's, I don't think I've ever had like a truffle where the inside of it was like moussey and also very bitter, which I found pretty good. I do love a nice dark chocolate. And then moving over to the chip cup, it's more like, I'm gonna call it just like a whipped buttercream icing. I don't, for lack of a different term. And I don't taste the cookies and cream like how it used to taste until almost the very end. Like after like you're going to swallow it, does it taste like just a hint of cookies and cream? So overall, not bad though. But I will say of the 3, I am digging the dark chocolate truffle. So yeah, highly recommending that one.
I'd say the dark chocolate truffle was my least favorite.
Really?
I don't like dark chocolate.
I know.
If it was milk chocolate truffle, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the mousse was pretty decent.
Yeah.
This is way too better on the dark chocolate.
Okay. All right. And that's why we make a good pair, because we try different things, have different opinions on things.
Yeah. I ate all the vegetables, all those root vegetables.
Which you don't even like anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pro tip, guys, if you are gonna order the tenderloin or anything that says seasonal vegetables, maybe ask what that would be.
I kind of tend, when it says mixed vegetables, I tend to think that it's going to be vegetables people like.
But it said seasonal mixed vegetables,
Yeah.
and some people love carrots and
Those
root
people
vegetables.
are crazy.
All right.
People like green beans, they like broccoli, broccolini, you know, potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, tomatoes, all things you don't like. Yeah, okay. All right, all right. All right, guys. I'm actually going to amend what I said. The more I ate the gray stuff, the more cookies and cream flavor I got. All right, guys. So lunch is all done. I'm going to take a lap around the restaurant and get some of the sights and see the theming and check out the ambiance.
That makes it a little touristy, like, ooh, yeah. Everybody else trying to eat lunch.
It's fine. We're allowed to. We're cool.
And when we're looking around and everything, everybody else is eating lunch, and they look at us strange and say, it's okay, people. I'm a professional.
Alright guys, so our audio cut out yet again, but here we have a shot of the back half of the grand ballroom where you can see the snow falling, and then as we head to the left, we head into the Beast's West wing, where you can see some pretty interesting things here. So you kind of can see the painting up there, and then when the lightning strikes, the whole room kind of illuminates. Unfortunately, we didn't catch that on the camera. Oh, actually, we kind of did just then, but yeah. So you kind of can see where he slashes his painting. So, and then right here we see the rose, the reason behind the Beauty and the Beast, story. So pretty interesting. As we pan through the rest of the room, you can see some additional theming, and yeah, all in all, a pretty exciting room to sit in. Alright guys, and we're leaving the West Wing, heading back across the Grand Ballroom and over to Belle's Study. Now, the cool thing about Belle's Study is there are some hidden Mickeys, and we did find one of them, so we'll let you guys in on that in a second. But if you're looking for a place that's a little bit more quiet, maybe a little less busy, definitely recommend requesting the study room because it just seems to be, like I said, a little less busy and definitely a little bit more themed to be with the movie. So you see some shots of the videos, or some shots of the animation rather, hanging on the walls. So definitely a cool place to check out. All right guys, so lunch is over and we are going to give you our professional opinion about Be Our Guest outside. So let's check that out. All right guys, so we're going to do it a little bit different. We're just going to talk over this instead of us just being on the screen and you guys can hear what we're saying. So we were super excited to go to Be Our Guest for lunch. And we're going to rank it against the other restaurants we've had been to at the Magic Kingdom and at the other places around Walt Disney World. So as always, our 5 areas are ambiance and theming, variety of menu, plating, taste, and overall value. And then those scores are out of 50, 50 for Lewis, 50 for me, and then scores out of 100. So, honey, what did you rank Be Our Guest for lunch regarding ambiance and theming?
All right, so I really did enjoy the ambiance. I thought it was spectacular. I think the only thing it was really missing was a water view. The windows with the snow I thought was just amazing. The Beast Castle room was spectacular as well, and even Belle's Study I think was really nice. So I'm going to go out of the way and give it the first ever 10. I think it was perfect. I was on the fence between 9.5 or between a 9 or a 10, but I think I'm going to go 10.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to give them a 9 only because it was just so loud in there. I understand it's supposed to be a big area, but it was just a little bit too loud for me. But overall, I think a 9 is a great score. And then next for variety of menu, what would you rank for them?
So again, they didn't have very many options, but what they did have, did look at least on the menu to be pretty good. So I'm going to give them a 6.
Okay. I'm going to give them a 6 as well. There weren't, like Lewis said, not a ton of options, but the options did look pretty awesome. Now, as far as plating, what are you going to rank them for plating?
So the food, I think, was really well presented. I think they put some time and effort into putting it on the plate, and I'm going to give them a 7.
All right, I'm actually going to give them an 8. Yes, an 8. I agree with Lewis that everything was very well presented and pretty. I just think that maybe... there could have been a little bit more on the plate for the price. So, okay, and then taste. How would you rank them as far as taste?
So, unfortunately, I did not enjoy my dinner at all. Dessert was really good, but aside from that, maybe because I accidentally ordered lobster bisque thinking it was lobster chowder, but also my tenderloin was not great. The tenderloin itself was good, but the vegetables that paired with it, I did not enjoy. And unfortunately, one of the 3 small pieces of tenderloin that I did get was nearly entirely fat. Mm-hmm. So I have really struggled with this one, and I'm going to give them a 3.
Okay, I'm pretty surprised by it. Well, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of surprised by your 3. So I'm going to be on the other end of the spectrum and give them an 8 because, my filet was awesome. My charcuterie board was pretty cool, and yeah, dessert was good. So... all right, honey, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank them for overall value?
This is where I think they're really going to take a strong hit. For 2 people, for lunch, we're talking about $150 with tip, and that's even including our discount. Mm-hmm. There's no way that they're going to get out of here with a good score, and unfortunately, I gotta give it to them. They get a 2.
Okay, I think a 2 is a little harsh, but I think for what it is, for eating inside of the castle in a well-known, if not one of the best known fairy tales in all of Disney universe, and you get to see the Beast walking by, and you get to be in one of 3 very themed rooms. I'm actually going to rank them a bit higher, because again, at Disney you pay for those types of things, so I'm going to give them a 6. because my food was good.
Yeah. The steak was really good, but I ate everything on my plate, even if I didn't like it, and I still left hungry.
Yeah,
and, you know, and if I'm paying $75 to still be hungry, I can't give them a good score on value there.
No, I get that. So, okay, so be our guest for lunch, because we're actually going to go back for breakfast in a future episode. Ranks to be a 65, and that actually ties for second place. So, yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed the video and you guys like this content, and like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what restaurant we should, review next. We have some exciting ones coming for you guys over the next few weeks, and we look forward to your feedback. So yeah, we'll see you next weekend.
Stream close up!
Don't do that. No one's gonna see that.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.